Well, this is where we're based, on the first floor of the Celtic Manor Clubhouse, the only time probably in my life I can ignore a members-only sign. Our colleagues from the BBC and from ITN are here as well, so this is something of a British media suite, if you like. But it affords us, on the balcony here, a pretty cracking view of the Celtic Manor Hotel there in the distance. We can look down on it. That is where all the action will happen. That is where the world leaders will all have their discussions and where various decisions might or might not be made. And then they come over here, they brief the media, they have press conferences over here, and they sit down and do their interviews and get scrutinised by the likes of us. As is the modern way with things, this isn't just a political talking shop, it's an opportunity for companies to do business. The F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, the newest fighter jet on the market, built primarily by Lockheed Martin, now sitting astride the 18th fairway here at Celtic Manor. Of course, that's not a real working one. We know that a real proper F-35 has not yet managed to fly in the United Kingdom. It's still undergoing a few teething problems. That's Lockheed Martin's offering, but the prime position, you can't quite see it through the trees, is just outside the entrance to Celtic Manor, the Eurofighter Typhoon, which is, I suppose, in some respects, the rival, certainly in business terms, to the Joint Strike Fighter. So there you go, you've got some sort of semblance of competition between various commercial bodies here, and it goes on. They've got representatives all over the summit advertising their wares to the various countries who are here, many, many more countries than just NATO. Overhead, you can just hear it, police helicopters circling virtually constantly at the moment. And from here, up on this rise, you can get a nice view back onto the various media positions as the bright lights and the cameras try and peer into the distance, peer into Celtic Manor to catch a sight of a leader or two. There are 61 heads of state attending this summit, so you'd expect there to be journalists representing virtually all of those countries. 1,500 officially in total attending or accredited for the summit. This gets you most places, and without it, you don't really get anywhere. Edit suites down here as well that can be booked and paid for. A real logistical operation, everything that a media operation might need, and everybody furiously filing as well to hit deadlines around the world, depending on the time zones that they are working towards. Even television studios, Associated Press there. And a first for me, this marquee is on 2 floors upstairs as well, which I've never experienced, but an enormous operation put together by NATO and the host country, the United Kingdom.